play hole 10. All 10 of us are playing the hole at the same exact time, all right? It is crucial that you mark your golf ball, and when you tee off, we state the ball that you're playing, all right? You need to make sure it's not just a dot. You need to put your initials on there. If you're playing 10 balls, you got to make sure everybody knows that that's your ball, okay? That's the biggest thing, because it gets messy out there with 10 balls flying around. We're gonna go the 5s, the 4s, the 3s, the 2s, the 1s. I'm gonna flip a tee in a minute, and we will decide who has the honors, all right? We're counting the 4 best scores, so whoever has the worst score, don't feel terrible, your score gets thrown out. It's the best 4 for each team. If there is a tie, we go on to hole 11, all right? Tie on 11, we go on to 12. We keep going until this thing's over with, all right? I don't think what I'm missing. Spectators, I'm going to ask that everybody needs to stay 20 yards behind the players at all times. I want nobody up on top of that hill until all the players are up the hill. All right, that's just something that needs to happen, just so that we can make sure everything is what it is. All right, we don't need any issues up there. So please, only coaches and players. Everybody else needs to stay 20 yards behind the groups at all times. Everybody's got scorecards? Okay, yeah, so 5s, we'll keep the 5s scores, all right? So you'll just keep each other's score, and obviously Mr. Zimmerman here has the Mukwonago scores, I have the Milton scores, and we will make sure we're tallying and double checking that at the end. All right?
We're gonna play honors, right? Like furthest away is gonna go and stuff.
Yes, absolutely. So when we're on the green, it'll be, well, you're gonna need to mark your ball, obviously, and we're gonna play honors. Farthest away, we'll go, and so on.
All right, we welcome you to Janesville Riverside, where we will be doing video from the Janesville Parker sectional team playoff for the second state berth to Wild Rock Golf Club in Wisconsin Dells. Milton against Mukwonago. They just gave the instructions here at the first tee. Unfortunately, not enough internet connectivity to broadcast this live, so we'll post it as soon as it is done. The number 5 golfers will be the first to hit. Mukwonago won the coin toss. Drew Jurek, who you see there warming up, a senior, will be first to hit, followed by Milton senior Braden Klein. Then they'll go 4s, 3s, 2s, and 1s. All 10 golfers on the hole at the same time. They are waiting because the individual playoff participants, if Mukwonago were to lose, were given the opportunity to play the 10th hole as a warm-up, and they are out ahead of this group. So they're just waiting for the players up ahead to hit, and this is a par 5 up the hill. For those of you who know Janesville Riverside, they are starting on hole number 10, which is where they started the sectional on Tuesday, and therefore they will use this as the starting hole. As we drove in here today, just another day at Janesville Riverside, a ladies league had appeared on the front 9. The parking lot is full. At the end of next week, I believe it is, Janesville Riverside will play host to one of the first events on the Wisconsin PGA Junior Tour. So now they're just waiting for some spectators up ahead to clear. A nice gathering of parents, family, and friends. And here comes Drew Jurek. And that one caught the arborvitaes here just in front of the tee box, so Mukwonago's number 5 will have a little work to do here on the playoff hole. Again, what they're going to do is they're going to play all 5 golfers simultaneously, walking up the 10th hole, and count the top 4 scores for each team. Lowest score goes to the state tournament. And this is Braden Klein. He's a senior for Milton, the only senior in the Red Hawks lineup. He's staring it down. Based on that swing, probably a little right to left up there. This hole does slide that way up the hill. This will be Cooper Berry, junior from Mukwonago.
Don't re-tee, it'll save you 2 strokes. I know where the ball is.
Oh, the first
Different
one?
golfer.
Different golfer?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Different golfer.
We're
Looks
good,
the
we
same.
got it.
Someone
Ball is
found the
just
golf
on the
ball.
other side of these trees, and it's in the open.
Perfect, thank you very much.
Yep.
So Cooper Berry's score was the one that the computer had issues with on the front 9. They had him for 38, it was a 42. And looks to be a good shot down the fairway there. And his score is the reason that we're back here today on Thursday. Zach Boffin, now a junior from Milton, to hit. Milton in black, Mukwonago in white. The ball's going right. A lot of room out there. And I heard it hit a tree. There are a lot of spotters out there, so there'll be plenty of help looking for golf balls today. The number 3 golfer for Mukwonago is Devin Everett, a junior. Playing with an iron. Looks to be about maybe a 5 or a 4. Solid hit. And now here comes freshman Brett Whelan of Milton. His dad Kirk, the coach for the Red Hawks. His mom Andrea, the women's golf coach at UW Whitewater. Brett's played a lot of tournament rounds on the WPGA Junior Tour. Suffice it to say, he's never played a team playoff for the right to go to the state high school championship. What a way to end up your freshman year. Good solid hit there. Looks like something less than a driver. Probably a 5-wood, maybe a 3. Now we're up to the number 2 golfer, Tyler Schrader of Mukwonago. So the situation is this: if Milton were to win this, then Tyler Schrader goes into an individual playoff with the 3 golfers from other schools that are playing ahead of this group to warm up in that event. Another iron off the tee. Steering it down. There's trees along the left side, and that's kind of where he's looking as we look out here at the 10th hole. Trees separate the 10th and 11th holes. 10 goes up the hill, 11 comes back down, and then they head out sort of north of the clubhouse. But most of these team playoffs end in 1 hole. I've seen a 2-hole playoff, never seen a 3-hole playoff. And now for the Red Hawks, Deegan Riley, a sophomore who won a playoff in it was thought that Milton finished third, so he's going to state no matter what. And here he is teeing off in the team playoff. Kirk Whelan pointing left. And it looks as though Deegan might have hit a driver there. And now for the Indians of Mukwonago, their number one golfer, Matt Paulson. Matt headed to Madison College in the fall to play golf for the Wolfpack. Solid shot there. Nice compact backswing. And last but not least, by my count, is Xander Wettrich, a sophomore from Milton. He too looks like a driving iron, possibly a hybrid. Hybrid it is. That one went left. A disappointment there for Matt Paulson. And now
One provisional quick.
This one's a Titleist, red 2, with blue line to Titleist.
and hitting the provisional is Zach Boffin, the number 4 golfer for Milton, declared it. So if they can't find the first one, he'll have to play this, be hitting 3. That one also going right. All right, we'll pick it up on the fairway.
Right at that cart. Yeah. Okay? You need to hit this 100 yards. Okay. So you're not, but okay, stop. When you play, you gotta off the back swing. You gotta go back, other way. There you go, right up the middle of the stance. You're middle of the stance, you're trying to hit it right up there in the play. Okay? That's all you're trying to do. Okay? Fine.
Yeah, it was Xander Wettrich, the number 1 golfer for Milton. Had to chop it out. Did good to get it out of there. Kirk Whelan walking with him. There you see 4 of the bags from Mukwonago, another one up the top of the hill. This will be interesting. Kirk Whelan just went through the native grass there to see maybe what the angle would be hitting back up 11 fairway.
What you're gonna try and do is hit a wedge or a club that you can hit over the top down to the corner. See what I mean? Yeah. You're just trying to hit it right over the top. See where the 150 is? Yeah. You get an idea how far that is. That white stick on the hill? No, the 150 is in the middle of the fairway. And that's the 150? Yeah. Right in the middle of the fairway. Yeah, right there. The far one is not the right. Oh. The middle of the fairway. Yeah. Okay. So hit a shot, whatever club you can hit to get over the top of this. Just a wedge. And it will chase right down there at 9. You're hitting right over the top of that. You hit your next one on. You make the putt, you 2 putt. Okay? You're playing a par 4 right from here. All you're doing is hitting right over the corner, right down to the bottom. Hit it on. So you're fine. Yep.
nice ball there. You heard all that. Just try to get one up there to the 150 stake, which is essentially at the foot of the big hill here on hole number 10, the par 5.
Yes.
That was Zach Boffin.
Yes. Yes.
Next up is Cooper Berry down the hill. I believe that's Jake Christensen, the co-coach with Lee Purdy this year for the Mukwonago boys team. Hannah Schultz also standing by. She'll take over the Mukwonago girls program this fall. And Barry out to the fairway, just kind of laying up short. Again, you get a good look at this hole here. Where the fairway runs out, the hill starts. Now we've got two Mukwonago kids here in the fairway. Drew Jurek on my right. And Devin Everett's on the left. And then Matt Paulson down there without the hat on. So 3 great drives by Mukwonago here, putting the pressure on the Red Hawks of Milton. Jurek trying to get one up that hill. He's looking right. We'll see how that does. As you can see, there's 2 shades of fairway up there. And now here comes Devin Everett. Nice little liner. Will it catch the top of the hill? Just at the top of the hill. We'll see how far that runs out. Nice shot there. Now over to Matt Paulson. Being watched over there by the man, the myth, the legend himself, Lee Purdy. Lee used to call me at the State Journal asking for football scores when he was coaching up at UW River Falls. That was before we did this kind of stuff on the internet. Matt Paulson, nice looking swing there. That ball's staying out to the right a little bit. You might have a tree up there on the right that comes into play on the 3rd shot, but nice sweet swing there by Matt Paulson. Glenn and Adam Agstad over at Madison College will enjoy having that swing in the program next year. One of the several Wolfpack recruits that are going to with a intention of maybe going down to the UW, but we've got a little issue looking for a golf ball here. I believe this is Tyler Schrader. All right, moving everybody back. TaylorMade 5 with orange markings has been located.
Sorry, bud, I didn't know you didn't have this. Yeah. Have to cut a tree a little bit. So, 120 yards to the bottom. Decent lie, are you comfortable going up to the top? Above your feet, right? Just like this. Yep. Just like with that. So I'd take it right at the point.
Oh, beautiful shot there.
Left, three.
Getting a little bit of a draw on it down the tree line, so he may be punching onto this green, but boy, he got all of that one.
Sounds good.
Initial indications are he's in good shape. Now on to a few of the Milton guys that hit driver down to the bottom of this little area here. You see Brett Whelan in the bucket hat in the fairway. And then Deegan Riley, it looks like off to the left, has a little bit of tree trouble. He'll have to either draw one around. Kirk Whelan going over those options with him. Looks like Brett will be the first to play. Check it. We have one other Milton guy. It's Braden Klein up here. Nice shot there. We got all of that. Tracking a little bit left of that green. Kind of came through that one, pulled it a little bit. Just depends how far up the hole it went. It narrows to the left of the green on that path between the 10th green and the 11th tee box, so yeah, nothing that Deegan could do there except chip out, and now he's got about 160, 165 up the hill on his next shot. Again, Deegan Riley and Brett Whelan are on to the state tournament if Milton were to lose this team playoff, because they want to playoff for the individual spots on Tuesday. So now comes the point where you've got to go up the hill and see what there is to see up this hill. It's hills like this that give Phil Mickelson the calves that he has, because this is quite a climb. Here's what they're talking about. These old trees at Riverside continue to grow in over the fairway, so there's not much room to miss here. So we're going over with both of these balls down here. The option of 165, being aggressive and going right at the middle of the green, the pin front middle, so it's probably playing in the neighborhood of 160 to 165. They might be just a hair over 15 yards behind that white 150 stake. Deegan Riley the first to play. Wow, what a shot there. Inside of 10 feet. How many shots for Deegan? I think that was the third shot for Riley. And now Xander Wetridge from just about the same spot, opposite side of the fairway. Xander has it tracking real nice too, a little left of where Riley's was, but that one is on the green. Xander Wetridge, a couple great shots from down there. We've got one more.
Hey guys.
One more down here.
One more, fellas.
And this looks like Cooper Berry. On the side of the hill. It's a little bit right. And just caught the tree right at the green, dropped straight down, so he'll have a chip on there. See from there. Apologize for the camera work. And now Tyler Schrader came to rest here. Right at the 100 disc. So 100 under the trees or around the trees to a front hole location. You know, as they're playing the hole, that each golfer keeping track of his score in their mind. We've got the two meet managers from Janesville Parker, one taking Mukwonago's score and one taking Milton's score. They'll add it up, they'll announce it. If it's tied, we'll play number 11 back to the clubhouse. Jay Christensen working with Tyler Schrader here on options. little tentative there, but at least out in the fairway. So he'll have a good look at it here on the next shot, his fourth, by my count, although very unofficial. Matt Paulson off to the right here. It looks as though Drew Jurek also going down the hill a little bit, looking for his ball. We also have down the hill next to Andrea Wieland, Zach Boffin down there. Paulson, bounce one up, just takes a little bit of a bad hop off to the right, but he is on the green. So we have 3 on, 2 for Milton, 1 for Mukwonago. We've got 2 Milton golfers up to the left, just beyond the cart path. Brett Whelan, one of them. Remember, he tugged that one left of his target line. And now his dad working out options there. Both Schrader and Everett's for Mukwonago. Nice little chip there. He's gonna run enough. Gonna go? No, not quite. Just a little bit short.
Close to being really good.
Right now, Everett's to go. Nice little run through the thick grass. Took a little of the speed off of it. Is it enough? Runs back. About middle to back half of that green, so good punch shot there. Anna Schultz calling Jay Christensen over, so while they're doing that, we'll have Zach Boffin from deep in the woods here. And those of you who have played here in the Ray Fisher tournament, or all the high school tournaments, they know what they're doing here. And he just kind of took a little off of that one and got it past the 2 trees, which is good, but it'll still have overhanging branches. So we go back now to Drew Jurek, the lone senior for Mukwonago. Jay Christensen pointing at the branches ahead. Actually, while we were waiting there, Brett Whelan did play a shot. I believe he came up just a little bit short from that weird position over there on the left. So he would be there in 3. I don't know if he had to take a drop from where he wound up or not. We'll find out the scores here soon enough. And now Jurek. One last look at it, and then he'll hit. Runs it up there, just gets caught up in the thick grass, so he'll have one more chip. And now back to Zach Boffin. Again, Mukwonago out of the Classic 8, which means that they faced Arrowhead, Kettle Moraine, others who are going to state. So they're used to this kind of pressure, but not in a one-on-one team playoff. Milton out of the Badger South won the dual meet title, but then finished 3rd at the conference tournament. Madison Edward won that, won the overall title. Bothan. Is he going to get through that grass? Just enough. Probably can putt that one. And now we've got 2, 4 on, 1, 2, 3 short, 1 over right. Boy, you never realize how tough it is to figure out how many golf balls are on a hole until you've got 10 guys playing at one time. And coming on there was Braden Klein.
They want to finish. That's fine. Yeah, but if they want to finish, I can flip. That's up there. I'm fine with that, Jay.
Looks as though we still have Cooper Berry, Zach Bothan, and Tyler Schrader to play, it looks like. This might be actually Drew Jurek. Hits and releases. Jay Christensen saying to watch it roll so you can get a good idea as to where it's going to break coming back up the hill. Now we go over to Tyler Schrader, who really wouldn't mind actually over across the way to Cooper Berry. Shot there, it's going to run down the hill. That's going to get fairly close. Again, WPGA Junior Tour event here next week. Ray Fisher a week after that. This course is looking magnificent, as many are here with the great weather we've had. All right, now back over to Tyler Schrader after some input from Hannah Schultz, their assistant coach. Hannah Schultz and Jake Christensen doing the coaching here today for Mukwonago in the playoff. Lee Purdy, who you see back there with the towel, kind of handed off those duties today. And Kirk and Andrea Whelan doing the coaching for the Red Hawks. And now Brett Whelan looks like will go next. A little bit fast, but that's going to work out nice. That's going to go right into the area. He kind of took a little half swing punch shot there from just off the green, and that wound up in very makeable range for the freshman Brett Whelan. Again, Brett Whelan and Deegan Riley would go to state if Milton doesn't go as a team, because they won the individual playoff the other day when it looked like Mukwonago would finish second. We have several golfers from other schools. I'll mention their names in a second here, who would play off if Milton were to win. Here's Schrader. Didn't quite get that one to land short enough, and it runs out a good 7 to 8 feet. Again, Tyler Schrader would play off against Tyler Schick of Sun Prairie, Braden Brown of Far Atkinson, and Nicholas Kipp of Oregon if Milton were to win here. And now I believe one of the last to get on the green here. And a nice little chip there by Zach Bothan. Gotta be pretty close to having all 10 on this putting surface here.
I think we're all on. Everybody on the green, right?
Everybody is on the green.
Where's he at up there? Right there. Right there. All right. So it's you,
coach on the green, but they're allowed to coach next to the green. At least that's where it's usually been here. So it looks as though we're going up to the top of the green, and it will be Devin Everett's, a junior for Mukwonago, to putt first. Sunny day, no wind. Temperatures already into the upper 70s, low 80s. Babies it down there. Is it going to stop?
Nice speed, bud.
Just outside of Brett Whelan's ball there, from about the similar length.
Good, baby.
And now Sandy Wedrich. Wedrich didn't look like it off the face, and yeah, it did come up about a good 6 feet short.
Where you at over there? Probably you.
All right, looks like Matt Paulson will be the next to play. Paulson, one of two seniors, I stand corrected, for Mukwonago. He's going to Madison College, Drew Jurek, the other. Good poke at it. It's going to have to hit it. Goes past, run out about 4 or 5 feet. Matt Paulson went right at that one. He felt he had a good beat on that. And now we come back to Drew Jurek. This team playoff at the Janesville Parker Sectional, Janesville Riverside Golf Course. First hole kind of winding it down. Will there be a second? Will we know who goes on to Wild Rock Golf Course in the Dells? Nice little roll there, but Jurek stays out to the left. I think he thought that was going to break more towards the right. They have the option of marking or finishing, and Drew Jurek will put down a mark.
That one by the bump right there?
Oh yeah, right there.
That one's the same.
All right, back to Milton. Braden Klein, Moan Senior. Milton doesn't go. This is his final golf experience at the high school level. Win, lose, or draw, it's been a memorable one. Kudos to the WIAA for giving these two teams a chance to settle a clerical error on the course. The red mallet putter, back and in. Braden Klein. Great putt there. Again, I'm not keeping the individual. Someone said nice birdie. And the senior coming up big at the number 5 spot for the Milton Redhawks. And now Tyler Schrader. Big putt for Tyler. All of them are big for him. Because if Milton wins this, he goes back to the 10th tee and plays an individual playoff against golfers from Sun Prairie, Oregon, and Fort Atkinson. Strong putt. Ooh. Right left of the, right over the left lip. Almost caught the left side of that flag stick. Again, WI rules this year have said that the flag stick needs to remain in the hole. So we have not seen any flag sticks come out, and this would be the third sectional I've been at this week. Caught the end of the Memorial sectional up at Blackhawk Country Club on Monday. And watched some of the top teams in the state slug it out at North Shore Country Club in Mukwonago on Tuesday. All of those stories, of course, on Wisconsin.golf. And now here is Cooper Berry. Thanks to Hannah Schultz and Andrea Whelan for helping me out with IDs based on hats. Good little punch there. Not quite enough for Cooper Berry. He has the option of marking or tapping in. I think he'll tap in. And Cooper Berry's work on this first playoff hole is done. Tell you what, folks, this thing started at 8:45, and we are a good 40 minutes into this. It's Andrew Wedridge now from about 5 feet. Boy, that one really took off on him. Gets a word of encouragement from the freshman Brett Whelan. You can imagine the pressure on these kids. A lot of lobbying to get this team playoff. And they know what it means. A trip to state. First one since '97 if Milton were to go. Mukwonago was there just 2 years ago in 2019. Now we go back to Tyler Schrader, who ran that one by about 4.5, 5 feet here to finish up on hole number 10. Made it. Great putt there by Schrader. You can see these greens are rolling pretty good. That one back up the hill had supreme confidence in his line. And now we go back to the number 4 golfer for Milton, Zach Boffin. Just pulled it a hair. He will finish ahead of Matt Paulson. Actually, he's going to mark. Matt Paulson now, number 1 golfer for Mukwonago. He too punched his ticket individually to the state tournament. I'm sorry, with the team to the state tournament. He would go individually without a playoff if Milton were to win. Just pushed it. You can see how fast it is around the hole. That one took off when it got to the cup and ran out a good 2.5 feet there. Xander, Wedrich, and then perhaps down to Brett Whelan and Matt Paulson. Beautiful putt. Xander Wedrich is in for Milton. And now Brett Whelan will replace his mark. Actually, he'll move his mark so that Devin Everett's can finish up for Mukwonago. In the hole for Everett's. And then I'm seeing 3 ball marks. It looks like maybe a 4th. But 4 guys still in the green. 3 for Milton, 1 for Mukwonago. This would be Deegan Riley for the Red Hawks. Just left it on the right lip. I've seen a lot of different approaches over the last 3 days to putting with this flag stick in. Down at Mequon, it just seemed like a lot of these guys using that as the backboard on those short putts. That one, it looked like Deegan might have just been trying to cozy it in the right side, thinking it would break back towards the left, which makes sense since that's where the fairway drops down about a good 40 feet. And now Wheeland to finish up here. Nice, great putt there. Brett Wheelan in the hole. I don't think we had moving pictures back when his dad Kirk was winning state titles for Lodi back in the late 80s. Kirk, now the coach of the Milton Red Hawks, was standing right to my right as his son tapped in here in the playoff hole. And now Matt Paulson to finish up for Mukwonago. He gets that one to go. And looks like we have Botham and Drew Jurek to finish here, and then we'll find out what's going on next. Paulson's in. So we've got John Zimmerman and I believe Sam Van Galder, the meet manager. Zimmerman with the Mukwonago tote board. Now here is Deegan Riley to finish. It's getting crowded ahead of us here. And he's in. And last but not least, Zach Botham.
All right, we've got Milton with a 7, a 5, a 5, and a 4 for a 21.
Mukwonago with a 6, a 7, a 5, and a 6 for a 24.
Milton wins the spot. All right. So Mukwonago, 78. Let's head back to the clubhouse. We will have an individual playoff shortly.